Hey, my friends, what's up? We are live from sunny Florida, where it's always garage sale weather and there is always deals to be had. I am your host, Tony Boss, El Jefe, aka the Profit Boss on YouTube and leader of the Facebook group, The Complete Reseller, TCR for short. We are so excited to do our second ever live show tonight, and we're very thankful for those of you who have joined us tonight in support of the group. Tonight, we will be doing an overview of the super sweet sales of the week, our bread and butter items, and we'll be doing our drawing at the end. But first, we are going to be doing a little interview with a surprise guest. Bear with me while I pull up some special introduction stuff. Y'all know this lady. She's got a nice little following in the group. She's helped out many people. I'm going to unmute her. Becky Dick is one of the very first admins to join our group. And she is a jewelry genius. She's been an inspiration for a lot of you in the group. She's helped out a lot of the ladies and even some of the men who sell jewelry. She just happens to know an answer to pretty much every question you've got when it comes to costume jewelry. How you doing, Becky?
I'm doing just fine here tonight, Tony. How are you?
Excellent. I'm so happy to have you here for our second ever TCR live show. This is going to be the part where we do a short Q&A, but first, give us a little bit about yourself, Becky.
Well, I am a retired CPA, very gratefully so. I've been a CPA probably for many decades. Well, I know for many decades or whatever. And I live in Ohio. I'm married. I have 2 grown children. Both of my children are in the entertainment field. One is a professional drummer living out in North Hollywood. The oldest one lives about 20 miles from where I do and is president of another entertainment corporation called Zone Entertainment, where they provide a lot of staging and performances and lighting for many events around here in Northeast Ohio. But as of a few years back, I decided I had enough with the stress of being a CPA and decided my part-time endeavor into eBay needed to go full-time, and I convinced my husband that I should do that, and here I am today.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad you decided to do that because we might not have ever met each other if that's the case.
That is true.
So let's start a little Q&A with the one and only Becky Dick. Number 1 question is, you primarily sell costume jewelry.
I do.
How did you find yourself in that niche?
In the short answer is I inherited a boatload of the stuff and I needed to create some cash and the inventory was there. The long story is about, gosh, I want to say 40 years ago. Yeah, probably about 40 years ago. My mom and I, when she was still around, we used to go garage sailing, kind of a mother-daughter type thing.
Oh.
And we would go to garage sales all summer long. And then came the fall, we would sign up for a few craft shows, flea markets to sell at, make some Christmas cash, spend all the money on Christmas presents. The next year, shop 10 months, sell 1 month. Shop 10 months, sell 1, repeat over and over. Over the course of decades, the jewelry stocked up, and when she passed away, the jewelry was still there, and my brother, who was living in the house, said, please come and take it. It found its way from the old house into my crawl space, and the rest is history.
Very cool. When my mother passed away, I got a bunch of stuff too, and believe it or not, it was a learning experience. All that stuff. I got a bunch of tools from my dad. I got just a bunch of stuff that I had to learn about, and it's.
I had a whole bedroom full of it. Boxes.
Oh my gosh!
On top of one another, on top of one another. So
that's an excellent gift to be left behind.
It is. That was my inheritance.
That's quite a story. I mean, it ended up being this huge thing that
I know.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
All right, onward. Number 2. Question number 2. When did you start selling on eBay? When did you really get serious about selling online?
Well, I'm surprised if anybody goes to your number, on eBay, how many feedbacks we have or whatever, you click on that, it says member since, and mine says member since September 3rd, 1999. Long time. I've been an eBay person. Back then, I'm sure I joined to buy, not to sell. Okay. When did I get serious? Back in, probably 2012, when my youngest was a senior in high school. We knew he wanted to be a musician. He told me, I only wanted to go to Berklee College of Music in Boston, Mom. I don't want to go to any other college. That's the college. And so he auditioned. He got in it. He got accepted. And I remember I was out Christmas shopping the year before he started, and I remember getting the phone call from my husband saying, you might as well just come on home now, stop spending, we got to save our money to send our kid to Berklee. So I started thinking about how I'm going to generate some more cash, and all this jewelry was there, so I thought, this is my way to generate cash to put my kid through college. And that's exactly what I did. 4 years.
Holy cow.
Yep.
That is a lot of weight on your shoulders. Holy cow.
Working as a CPA all day long, coming home from the clients, and then starting the night shift, literally.
Hold on a second. People?
Sure.
Yeah. Get out of here. I see your comments in the chat. My son is quacking in the chat, literally.
Yep. And if you people hear any squawking from my end, that's my parrot. That's all I have here now. But anyway, that's how I got serious, putting my kid through college.
That's I imagine you were really proud.
I was.
And also like, holy cow, Berklee, really?
I know. And the best part of it all is, after he graduated, I had built up such a following that I said, in no way do I want to stop it now. This is my money now. So that's why I've continued it. So now we're going on now for 4 years. So
being your own boss is quite a thing that once you got it, it's really hard to give that up.
It is. It is.
I own my own business besides the reselling business, and there is no way I would ever want to go back
to work for somebody else.
For working for someone else.
Yeah. If you're a self-employed, you make a very bad employee. Sure. There is no doubt about that. Do you not agree, Tony?
Oh, I totally agree.
I mean, it is. I was a CFO for a nonprofit corporation for 5 years of my life. Those were the longest 5 years I ever had. But, but anyway, we all move on. And so here I am.
All right. Speaking of moving on, question number 3. Where do you find the majority of your items that you sell online? I know the answer to this question, but this is something you particularly love, so let's hear about it.
It's flea markets. There's no doubt about that. Flea markets, collectible antique shows, or whatever, and anything of the sort. But the bigger the show, the better. That's where I met you, Tony, for the first time. When I was in Florida, just this past February, huge show. Meeting you up at 7 a.m. in the morning, and how many hours did I drag you through this thing? 6 hours, maybe? I don't know.
No idea.
It was a long time.
Idea.
Flea markets, antique shows, and I usually meet many of my contacts, my regular contacts that buy jewelry specifically for selling it to me at these shows that I go to.
All right. Next question is, how many items do you currently have listed on eBay or other platforms? Your store size, like your subscription size, and like tell us about how you got your name, all that fun stuff.
Right now I have about 3,100 items up there, give or take, all on eBay. I have 10 on Etsy. Nominal, but it's up there. I do have an Etsy account. It's very inactive. I have sold one thing in my entire life on Etsy. I sell about 600 items every month on eBay. My store name is Ziggy's Vault. You can maybe see, oh gosh, behind me, you see on the wall? That's my logo. My son created the graphic for me. Being a CPA, when I was getting out of doing accounting and into eBay, I wanted to do this as a business that I felt it was. I formed a corporation. So 2.5 years ago, I hired employees. So now I have one pretty much full-time employee, one part-time employee, and just this week I'm in the process of interviewing for my second part-time employee, as well as me. I'm a full-time employee too of the corporation. Did I answer all the questions?
Did you answer how you came up with your Ziggy's Vault name?
It's my squawky parrot that shares my office here. And actually, I found him at a flea market too about 10 years ago. I was
Really?
walking by, and he was a product of a divorce. Nobody wanted this particular poor parrot, and he found a home in a bar. And when I walked, there were this rescue people saying, you know, I got to warn you, he comes with a very raunchy vocabulary. But he seemed to take a liking to me, and I've never heard him swear one time.
He's a former alcoholic.
I don't know what he is, but he's a little Quaker parrot. He's not a big parrot. He's a little guy. He's only about 10 inches tall. So, wow. But he makes a loud noise, and he hates my husband. Oh, well.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 5. Are you a solo production, or do you have help?
As I said, I have help. I realized I needed to take it to another level. Oh, and I didn't answer. I upgraded to an anchor store on eBay. So I have 10,000 possible listings up there. And as I said, I only have 3,000. So I could grow another 7,000 listings going on up there. So no, there's 3 of us currently as employees, soon to be 4 by the end of this week.
That's I hope I get there one day.
No, you need it, and you got to delegate. That's the hardest thing for me. I'm a hands-on person, and to delegate things, it's rough. But I got to do it, and I'm moving on and growing. So.
Yeah, that comes natural to a guy with the last name Boss. So
there you go.
I just need to quit my day job and do this full time. But that will happen when I'm able to come up with X amount of dollars consistently, and we'll see. Hey, did I hear? Was that Ziggy?
That was Ziggy. Yeah.
Hey, Ziggy.
Don't say his boy. Don't say his name. He may reciprocate the response, and I have to say he does talk, but he doesn't talk very. He says good morning a lot. So even though it's 8, 9 o'clock at night, he could say good morning at any time. Hey,
there's my helper.
But there you go.
Get out of here, man.
So
go. Yeah, I say.
Here.
My son is commenting in the chat. He's having a good old time.
There you go.
All right, get out of here, please. Please get out of here.
So why don't we move on to my bread and butter? What do you think about that?
I have one more question for you.
After okay.
Get out of here now.
All
right. Number 6, we had another guest appearance. What's some advice for success in selling costume jewelry online that you can bestow upon us who are thinking
if
about
you're
getting
beginning,
into it?
Probably the best piece of advice is to make sure that every piece that you put up there is basically looking brand new. don't, if it's got any wear on it, if it's got any, damage to it, put it aside for when you're starting. You want to get nothing but positive feedback from your soon to be repeat customers. And I have to say, with my business, I think my claim to fame and my success depends on, I basically have like a 24-25% repeat customer base. So in other words, out of every 4 sales that I make, one of them has bought from me before. And I think that's only because when they buy from me, they know they're getting decent looking pieces that are in good working condition. And so that would be my number 1 advice. Only put up good looking stuff. And 2, in order to describe it properly, I would stick with only signed pieces. They don't have to be the most expensive signed pieces, but it's much easier to describe a XYZ made piece rather than a blue flowery rhinestone 16-inch whatever that everybody has. You know what I mean? It's much easier to put a keyword in there. So
you definitely taught me that one.
Yep.
It's harder to look up too if it doesn't have a name on it.
It is. Absolutely.
Okay, so we are ready for our next segment called the bread and butter items.
And I have a couple main ones here. So let's see what you show up here on the
bread and butter,
that I sent you.
Sorry. So bread and butter items are items that we consistently day in and day out sell. They may not be the most expensive items, but they have an excellent sell-through rate and they feed the beast, so to speak. And it's just, what keeps the lights on. So we're going to go through some pictures here. And whatever pictures come up first, I'm going to speak on, or Becky will speak on. So the first item up for our conversation is our vintage Trifari gold tone open fanning leaf pattern 7 1/4 inch panel bracelet.
Well, actually, I gave Tony about three or four Trifari pieces. Trifari in general are bread and butter items for me. I usually pick these items up for $1, $2, $3 tops, and as you can see, this piece sold for $20. It's pretty consistent, and pretty much as fast as I put them up there, they're selling, as long as they are in good condition and you photograph them well.
Very nice. I love your, is that a thumb?
No, that's actually the base of a hand is what that is. It's
it's a bracelet. Duh.
It's a bracelet.
Okay.
Yep. It's
Sorry, somebody's making noise in the background, and I want to go throw a shoe at
Go to the next one.
Oh, here we go. This is me. Sade Lovers Rock cassette tapes. As many of you know, I sell cassette tapes all day, every day. And for some reason, even though Sade was mass-produced, platinum artists, there's millions of these tapes out there, or were initially when they were put up. But I can find these for $0.25, for 50 cents. No one thinks they have any value, and I turned $0.25 in this case into $13, and I will sell those all day long because it's either medium mail or first class shipping, and that's at the most $2.75 to $3.09 depending on where you're at. So let's go to the next one.
Christmas pins. That's another big, especially at this time of the year, any type of holiday pins. And if you could, specifically, if you have holiday pins that have rhinestones and the rhinestones are prong set, not glued in rhinestones. People are looking for pins that are going to last decades. So here, this was one. What did it sell for? Is that $19.50? Is that what that says there?
$19.50 plus.
So I'm sure I paid $1 for it. So there it is.
Now let me ask you this: did that have a signature on it, or
nope? That one did not. None of these do. None of these holiday ones do.
Yeah, I don't see where you would put it.
Nope.
But that's a no-brainer.
Rhinestones. That's another tip. Prong set rhinestones.
How much you get that one for?
I'm sure $1, $2.
$1 all day.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, here we go. This is me. This is 24 white flat Lego pieces, 4 by 6 by 8 by up. Um, I buy Legos in 50-pound boxes, and I got this box for $50, actually $48, and so I paid less than $1 a pound, and this weighed 6 ounces. So I turned 50 cents into 16.99. I think it was $3 and change to ship. And as many of you know, Legos sell like hotcakes. And this one didn't take long to sell. That's a horrible picture. I know
White on
everyone's
white, but
saying
still,
white on
it's
white.
sold. It's all that matters.
You know, I've got no excuses. It's horrible. Let's get that one off the screen so I don't have to
Another
fuss
Trifari
about
piece.
it.
Here's one that went for what? 25, 26 bucks? Is that what it is?
$25.
25 bucks. I would assume I probably paid about maybe a premium of $3 of this particular one. Again, clearly marked Trifari on the back, pristine condition. Put it up there, probably less than 2 days, and it's sold. And I may add, I charge on shipping for everything that I do. I do not have free shipping on any of my items.
All right. Next up, we have.
This is a Monet. Trifari's one of my bread and butter names. Monet is another bread and butter name. Clearly marked on the back, M-O-N-E-T. Here's one that I sold for 15 bucks. Again, I'm sure I picked it up 50 cents, buck, $2 maybe. Again,
Okay,
fast sells.
Now that looks like the breast cancer awareness
It's just a random
ribbon.
This was created long before the breast cancer awareness movement ever even was created. So this is a piece probably from the 1970s.
Oh, wow. What's that little red thing in the back there?
I have all sorts of props. It's just a piece of lace.
That is so cool.
We have all different types of props.
Look how cool that picture looks.
I do everything that eBay tells me not to do. So that's okay.
And that's okay. Now, hold on a second, people. You like that iPad? Get it out of here right now or I'm going to take it away.
Right.
Go.
Just
Get out. Sorry, I had to regulate.
Gotcha.
That's
Next.
not good. That is not good TV.
Here's another Monet, 20 bucks. I'm sure I paid like $2-3 for this one. I just wanted to show, Monet and Trifari pieces come in pins, necklaces, different types of forms, bracelets. So here's another one, $2-3 to 20.
And what kind of rock is that sitting on? Is that a piece of granite?
I don't know. I'm a big rock collector, so that's one of my collections from way back. So I dug out some of my rocks. I don't know what kind that is. I think that's some sort of a fossilized rock that I have a whole collection, and Michelle and whoever's photographing, we get creative every day.
Well, I like it.
Oh, good.
Next,
Christmas pin. Christmas trees claim a premium. So you have holiday pins, you have, the bells, the sleighs, but Christmas trees always claim a premium, especially prong set rhinestone Christmas trees. So here's one, 30 bucks. Paid $2-3 for it.
Twice on Sunday. Oh, here we go. This is me. Led Zeppelin. Everybody knows Led Zeppelin. I mean, I buy lots of cassette tapes on eBay. I buy 30, 40 tapes, usually at $1 or less a piece, and I got this one for nothing, and I can sell Led Zeppelin every single day for $10. A used Led Zeppelin will go for $10 all day long, and I will take that. Next, we have this.
Another Trifari here. Again, this one was, what is that, $15, $18? Hard to see. I think it's $15. Yeah, again, $1 or $2 into 15. Bread and butter items for me. Trifari, Monet. If there's anything you remember, Trifari, Monet from tonight. There you go.
Okay, let's... Oh, what's that?
This is an honorable mention. I have found in the last 2 weeks that this is a Victorian piece. It is porcelain. This is probably about 2 inches tall and oval. It's a Victorian porcelain painted pin brooch. As fast as I get these little babies up there, they sell like overnight. This one I paid $10 for at an antique show, and it sold like the day after I listed it for 40. If you don't see the backside of this, but it's just a plain little brass thing that holds it and clamps it around the porcelain. But these are easy to come across every now and then. And I believe you might have one more picture of another one, but these are hot now. I don't know why, but they are.
It wasn't next.
This is a Monet bracelet. Again, Monet comes in all different size shapes. $20, $2 to 20. Here it is.
Monet, I'm gonna have to learn what the signature on that one looks like.
And all these sales that you're looking have happened over the past week, pretty much. So.
Excellent. Mine as well.
This is Trifari. Sets even go better than single pieces. So if you happen to have an earring and a matching brooch, or a necklace and a matching bracelet, it even goes faster or whatever. So here's $20. Again, $3 to $20.
That'll make you hit at the party. All right, next we have.
This is an honorable mention name for my bread and butter, JJ Jonette. A lot of times you find these at flea markets all the time for $1 a piece. They're really big on figurals, cats or dogs or wizards or pumpkins or anything like that. They're marked on the back JJ. That's it. But it stands for JJ Jeanette, and they're good for $15. Paid $1 to 15. Rivoli cufflinks, another big seller of mine. You guys should be looking for these.
Oh yeah.
This has a specific look, especially the wraparound. I generally pick them up $3-5 a pair, easy flip for 20.
Oh, here we go. This is me. I bought a boatload of these things for $1 a piece at a store, and they sell all the time, and they sell quick. This person bought 2 of them. So basically I turned $1 into $15 minus shipping. This person is going on vacation apparently, or has a significant other, and bought 2 of them, and that made me happy. That's bread and butter. I've sold tons of them.
Wow. Christmas comes in all shapes and forms. This particular one happened to be a very unusual Christmas charm novelty necklace or whatever, and I saw it when I picked it up for like $2-3, and I saw it had quite a few charms on it that again were prong set, and I said this is going to be a winner, and sure enough, I sold it for $40. One of the questions in the chat was, do I have any tips for photography for these particular items in the jewelry that I have? I use a very good camera that has a macro lens. Actually, I'm staring at it right now. It's an Olympus Tough TG-5. That's the extra camera that we switched to or whatever. And I am not a photographer, but I could take really good pictures. I took that picture of that one. That's up there then. But
all right.
And lighting boxes. We had a conversation about lighting boxes, I believe, on TCR just a day or so ago about what type of lights and boxes and this and that. But
that's right.
I use controlled lighting is what I do. Alzo lights, good camera, in a dark room. I had my husband build me a dark room inside of my room here where I do my eBay Central.
Okay, I am pulling up our next segment, which is the super sweet sales of the week. Bam!
There we are. Where do you find these pictures, Tony?
Super sweet sales of the week are sales that you get that make you want to play air guitar like Bill and Ted. I'm a dork, yeah, I know. So we're gonna go through 6 of the best ones I saw. I know a lot of people submitted some after the fact, and those were awesome. But I already did my write-up, and I can't change the show now because we're going live. So the first one is by none other than Chris Brown. I'm sure you can tell, Becky. Actually, let me do this right here.
I remember I put a comment. I says this looks like some sort of space weapon or something. Tris. I don't know. I wouldn't know what it is if I saw it
It's
laying
like
there.
a robot leg or
Yes, but
something.
good for him.
Yeah.
I have this visual of Chris Brown crawling in these cars, digging out these things, and and putting them in wheelbarrows as he does when
Sweating
he buys
buckets.
them by the pound. But good for him.
So Chris Brown sold this here steering column for a Cutlass Grand National. He paid 40 to 50 bucks for it. He didn't remember the exact price, but who cares when you're making money like that?
That's right.
Sold it for $350. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll
Absolutely.
invest 40, 50 bucks, turn it into 350 all day long, and I can't wait to find my next score like that. So Chris got it from a pull-apart place. They're
Right.
called different things in different areas. They're just junkyards where you can go and bring a wheelbarrow in and pull parts off the cars for nothing pretty much
I
because you're
think he
doing
takes
all the
laundry
work.
baskets. I have seen him with pictures holding laundry baskets full of parts. He
Yes,
really,
yes.
yeah,
I think he probably brings them both
yep.
because,
Mm-hmm. Right.
tools are, what helps. He said he removed this in 15 minutes off an old Grand National. So if you have the tools and the know-how, you've got lots of money to make.
Yep.
Obviously, Exhibit A. All right, next we have the Harris 50-10 automatic medium duty torch handle welding, brazing, soldering. This was brought to us by Jay Godsey. So this is for welder. This is for a welder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he purchased a box of this stuff at auction that for $69 that had 4 torches, one new torch, and a bunch of accessories.
And
He
they look
sold
like they're new in box too, obviously,
right.
because we have the
This
boxes
is
there.
and this is just one of the accessories. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so he sold the first used torch for $79, and the rest, like this right here, is pure profit. Yeah, sign me up.
Yep.
I don't know anything about that stuff, but yeah. If you
Yep.
got the know-how and the engineering chops for something like that, go for it. This right
Yep.
here is my buddy Greg Lauder, who's also from O-Town. We have the Easton Redline 33-inch baseball bat sold for 300 bucks. He paid $10
Nice.
for this. I think he said he got it at a flea market or something like that. It wasn't at a thrift store. Um, Greg shops around here, so
I
um,
always see baseball bats in like the equipment bags laying on the ground at the flea market. And boy, I look at them and it's like, oh, I see the table of jewelry beyond it, so I kind of keep on going. But yeah, there's definitely I see a lot of them out there.
it's tough, really.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know much about them, but here's a few little tidbits. So the Easton Redline 2-core bats are good quality. The size plays a factor. 33 to 34-inch bats are for high school kids, and this right here, while it may be $300, is probably cheaper
Right.
than buying it brand new.
Right.
And every bat has a model number on it and a size to look up.
Right.
So I've looked up a few of these myself, and I haven't found anything good yet. I did find one good one that someone literally snatched out of my hands.
You
But
should have
that's another
snatched it
story.
back. That's part
I,
of the rules.
when I go to the Goodwill outlet, there's
Hmm.
these people from other countries, and they're literally fighting for survival, and they can have it.
Yeah, I
I am
understand.
not fighting for survival. I'm just looking for a cool score.
Yeah. right,
And
next.
next we have this
Flatware.
Oneida Community Stainless Twin Star 54-piece flatware serving knives.
Yep.
This
And
one was found by Joanne Jones. She paid $12, and she took best offer of $100 for this one.
nice.
Everybody knows Oneida. I'm sure even you do, Becky, and I know Oneida.
Yep.
It's a popular brand, but it looks like since all these pieces were here together, that's what made it an easy sale.
Yeah.
So look,
At our last Ohio meetup, we had, or a couple meetups ago, we had one of our members give a speech on buying and selling stainless flatware and all the money that there is in it, even for single pieces of certain sets. But
yeah,
there is money to be made.
these have come onto my radar, and like I was saying before, I inherited a bunch of stuff when my mom passed away.
Mm-hmm.
I have a silver flatware set.
Silver plate or sterling?
Sterling silver,
Oh,
not plated.
That's big bucks.
Yeah, that's big bucks that I'm saving for retirement.
Yep. You got to save it to when silver goes back up again.
Right, that's probably a better idea.
Now is not a good time to cash in on that, but
yeah, you're probably right on that.
I'll let you know when it goes up. Okay, Tony?
You do that.
All
right. So the thing with these is you look for identifying marks,
right,
and you look for patterns on the handles, and if you can find that it says Oneida, that will help you look it up on eBay. If there's flowers, look up floral, blah blah blah. And this is stainless, so stainless is always a plus. And hope you find some silver.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. Mm-hmm. And silver, as you may know, I'm sure Becky knows, it has a different shine.
It does.
So let's go on to the next one. Oh, here we go. This is a Calvin J. Libby painting, Summer Bouquet, signed approximately 49 inches to 37 inches. Sold for $725 and $212 shipping. Imagine how many pool noodles were in this one.
Yeah. I shipped one time about, when I was just first starting, a huge painting like this in a frame to England, I believe it. It went to some mansion in England. So I had to learn all about the freight and the shipping from on a huge piece like this. And I believe it ended up going FedEx is how I had to do it to England. But yeah, it was an endeavor. But I got there.
Do you remember how much that cost?
No, I don't. A lot, and it was a lot. A lot. But
it had zeros behind it.
Yes.
Okay, so this particular painting shipped to New Hampshire, the last home of the artist that signed it.
Wow.
So who knows if it went back to the family or to someone in the area.
Nice.
Maybe it went to a museum. Who knows? Big money in paintings if you know where and what to look for. I was watching a video the other day, and the guy dropped a website on me. I'm going to have to go find that website, and I'll try to put it in the chat. I am a member of that
too. It's like Identify My Paintings or something like that, a Facebook group. Is that what you're thinking of, Tony?
No, it's actually a website.
This was a Facebook group that I actually joined, Identify My Paintings or whatever, so I'm now a member of it. I could look it up exactly if anybody's interested in wanting to know what it was. And all you do is shoot them a picture of the front and the back and a close-up of the signature, and all these people that really know their paintings can assist you in identifying.
Hey,
so
that's a good one. So yeah, the shipping on this one had to be interesting. $212.
It is what it is. If somebody wants it, they'll pay it.
Yeah, so he how much he paid $300 for this.
Nice. So he must have known kind of what he had or what he was looking at.
And when he wrote it, I couldn't understand what he was saying. He paid either $300 or $29.99 for this. Either way, that's not bad.
That's
That's a
not a
nice
bad
sale.
return. Yep.
Not a bad return. If you know
Nope.
for sure, there you go. So
Yep.
next one is all right. This is
Fabric. Yep.
this this is from Angela Ritchie,
Nice.
aka Flat Angie.
Yep. I've had my picture taken with her many a times.
Yep,
Flat Angie, as well as
she
the real in person Angie. So there you
yep
go.
she's an admin over at the thrifting board, and this is a snow leopard faux fur plush fabric, 90 inches to
Yep.
60 inches in medium. So the info I got on this is that she bought this at an estate auction, and she rolled up there with a trailer hooked up to her car or her truck.
Mm-hmm.
And she was the only one that showed up with something to haul everything away with. So apparently she went home with a trailer full of stuff.
There you go.
And in this instance, she paid $35 for 15 rolls of plush fur that this came from. And the estate came from a retired puppet maker.
Okay.
So this is all,
Mm-hmm.
fabric to
Interesting.
make puppets with.
I've had luck in selling bolts of fabrics too. Totally by the sheer of I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's try this out, and I did very well. I think I paid $10 and I sold it for like 300 for a bolt of fabric. So
Yep.
there is money to be made in fabric.
There sure is. Let's take this back over here. So that is it for our super sweet sales of the week.
Nice.
Now it's time for our TCR promoted seller of the week drawing. Let me.
How many people, Joe? How many people chimed in on this one?
We have. Let me pull it up. I got my electronic number generator. We had 48 people signed up. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So let me pull up Facebook so I know who the winner is. Let's see. Oh, it's buried. Come on, where are you at? Should be at the top. Can you fill some dead space for me, Becky?
Oh, I can. I see Sasha just joined in on the chat over here. Hello, all. Better late than never for the man there. You missed a lot, Sasha, in the time before you came.
Okay. I have got it pulled up. Is everyone ready?
We are.
You hear that?
No, but that's okay.
It's supposed to be a drum roll.
Oh, no, didn't hear that.
Okay, technical difficulties. And the winner is number 34. Let me look it up right here.
And that would be who?
That would be Crystal Stotts McNair.
Gotcha.
We shall let her know that she won right now. You are the winner. Make a note for myself.
There you are. That's good.
Crystal Stotts McNair. Hopefully I did not butcher your name, Crystal. So that is it for tonight. I want to thank everyone who joined us, and I want to give a big thanks to my special guest and buddy, Becky Dick.
I'm going to drag you to that Webster flea market again next February, Tony, so get ready.
Oh, we just might.
Okay.
So if you're not a member of the Complete Reseller, that is the book, not the book, the Facebook group that Becky and I both belong to.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up, come join. We have lots of experienced sellers, some not so experienced sellers, and we just put it all together and we have a lot of fun.
We do.
A little note is that we are, I think, maybe 30 members away from 4,000
I know.
members. Becky,
Seems
you joined this group when there was only hundreds.
yeah.
We didn't have
Maybe
zeros yet.
barely 1,000. Barely.
And
Yeah.
and we have done some awesome stuff. We brought some great information to people. It's lots of stuff from you. It's been a lot of fun, and
And all the members join in too. I'm always amazed on a daily basis, the type of posts that they, you know, that they provide and the new topics that they come up with. So
we do have a lot of interactions, and it's not easy to keep all that going. I know a lot of people have big groups, but they don't have the interactions that we do.
Quantity is not everything. Quantity, it is quality.
Yes, everyone who takes advantage and of the open conversations that we have. Thank you for making our group great. And that's it for tonight. It's been fun.
It has.
Maybe next week we'll do TCR Live number 3. Who knows? Who will be the special guest? I don't know. So this is it. We're signing out. Hold on. Haley, AJ, come on. And that's it for tonight. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Do your spiel.
Say goodnight, guys.
Subscribe, tap the bell.
In case you missed that, they were trying to say hit that like button and subscribe button and tune in for the next TCR Live. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.